So it's Friday, and I hope y'all know what that means. Because if you don't, let me remind you. It's Freestyle Friday. In case you don't know what that means, Freestyle Friday is mainly focusing on interviews with my guests. Whether they sing, perform, whether they're comedians or they do poetry, acting, and whatever it may be, I will be doing a one-on-one exclusive interview with them. And you can catch the whole interview here on my podcast show at IAMTERRELLDOTCOM. So today's episode, I have with me on the phone a very, very, very talented singer and performer. And, you know, we actually developed a very special friendship. And so I would love to welcome Sabrina Fallah to the show.
No one deserves this kind of hurt.
How you doing, Sabrina?
I'm good. Yeah.
Did I mess up on your last name? Did I do it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That is normal me. Okay.
How you been?
I'm good.
Good. Let everybody know where you calling from.
I am coming from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Ooh, well, for me, it's far. I'm way here in California, so.
Yeah, and you're also 3 hours behind where I am.
Yeah, you definitely. It's almost like East Coast, but you're not East Coast though. But it sounds like you're East Coast. I don't know. I don't know how Canada works. It's just different.
All I can say is we're more cold than warm. So I know in Ottawa, but I'm in Toronto, just 5 hours away right now. But I know in Ottawa it's really hot, and here it's not that hot. So I kind of miss the warm weather in Ottawa right now.
Oh, I got you. How long have you been in Canada?
My entire life, actually.
Wow.
I was born in Ottawa. Yeah.
Wow.
I am pure Canadian.
Have you ever lived in the States?
I have family there, so I travel there, but I have stayed there, but I haven't lived.
Oh, I got you. Can I ask a question? Do you actually need a passport to go to Canada?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think you need a passport to go to every different country. But some of them want a visa too.
Oh, I see. I got you.
But coming to Canada, I don't think you need the visa.
Oh, okay.
But I think going to Europe, you might. And I could be wrong, but I know some countries want the visa.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so before we get into your music career, let's just talk a little bit about you on a personal level. So if you want to share to everybody, just share a little bit about yourself to everyone.
Well, for those who probably don't follow me or would like to know more about me, I love animals. So I have a cat. I love squirrels in my yard and chipmunks and rabbits. And yes, I have had a pregnant raccoon coming into my yard. I have fed it just because it's pregnant and it needs food because it has a baby, right? And actually, last year there was a raccoon that came so often. It was very friendly, but I don't go close to them because they do have rabies.
Yes.
But she didn't show any like aggressiveness. She just wanted food. So I just threw it at her, but I did not go close because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But I didn't show any fear because sometimes if you show too much fear to an animal, it can actually get them to attack you. You have to be very careful. Sometimes the opposite reaction is actually the worst one. They also say that some people are afraid of dogs, and they don't want to go near one. Some dogs take that as something they have to fight. It's like if you're afraid of an animal, sometimes they actually come up to you more for some reason. It's weird.
Gotcha.
Sometimes. But I show a lot of love, and I'm patient with them, and I can't hurt them, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I have had some squirrels in my yard being hurt or needing water. I have fed them, so I'm like an animal lover. And another thing, I also love to bake.
Ooh.
But the problem is, if I bake, I have to eat it too. So, and the baker always has to try the food before they offer it to make sure it's good. And I might have one too many, and then it'll be finished.
Is there a specific item that you love to bake?
I love to bake brownies and cookies.
What kind of cookies?
I can bake the cookies chocolate chip or peanut butter.
Oh, I love peanut butter.
Peanut butter is actually the easiest one to make. It's faster too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't bake cakes as much because cakes you have to share. You can't eat the whole cake. I don't think so.
I can't.
But the cookies and the brownies, you can eat it all because, you know, you just take it and go with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I also just like going on walks and doing things. I like to go to the mall when I can. I like to drive, but I just love sitting outside in my yard, being in the sunlight and feeding the animals that come through. And sometimes you might see this cat that just walks into your yard.
Oh, wow.
Because cats go around in the neighborhood, right? So one day some cats come through and my cat says meow and that cat hisses at my cat and I'm like, what is wrong with you cats? Why can't you like each other? It's not even your home and you're hissing at my kitty. But cats do that for their protection, I hear. So it's like they're wild animals, and like they are actually wild, and even though you have them as pets, they still have that feel of being alone in the you know, being by themselves and protecting their food and water and everything. So yeah.
Gotcha. What's your cat name?
I named him after Billy from Green Day, the lead singer. So the cat's name is Billy.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love Billy and I love Billy. So yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, since you do have records out and you sing, at what age did all this start? Your whole career?
Oh, when I started? The first time I got on stage, I was 14 years old, and I won my first singing competition. And I have to mention this because the band made me win. So I have to say, I sang One Day by Simple Plan, and I won the competition. So I thank them for writing that song. And I won my first singing competition. And yeah, I had 14. And then after that, I didn't want to get off the stage. And then I told my parents, I'm just going to go and learn some songs and start performing. And then by 18, I started doing festivals.
Oh, wow.
And stuff. So, yeah, I did it all by myself, me and my guitar.
Oh, okay. So
honestly, I tried putting a band together so many times. Still to this day, I still can't put a band together. It is the most difficult thing to find people who are as passionate as you and who want it like you. So if you don't find people who have that dream that you have, you can't work with them because they're going to hold you back. Actually, somebody in the industry told me, you have to work with people who want it like you.
Exactly.
Because if they don't want it, then they're going to hold you back. So that's when I said to my parents, you know what, I tried putting a band together, and that's why at 18 I started doing it myself, because the band thing just never worked. Like I had the band, but we just like, it was so bad. I just don't know. Like still to this day, why couldn't I find anybody? And I wasn't just doing my stuff. I was doing covers.
Oh.
But the one thing they told me was, we don't want to work that hard. meaning
okay.
they don't want to tour and
Mhm.
perform every day. Then I'm like, then what are you doing here? go out. And that's where I really took my guitar. I did take not even a year of guitar lessons. I just took a bit just to learn chords and the notes and the picking patterns and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I left because there's a thing called a book that can teach you guitar. So I got books.
Mhm.
And then I learned it online, and I can also play by ear because I play piano as well.
Yeah.
So I just taught myself how to play these songs
That's
without
cool.
anyone teaching me how to play them, and that's how I do it, because sometimes you have to do things by yourself, and you can't count on everybody to be there to help you. But, it is difficult because I can only play what I can actually play.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you do need a second guitarist or a bassist, but
Mm-hmm.
I have been doing it, and it's difficult. But if you put your mind into it, you can do it.
So how many guitars do you own? I know some people. I know some people have they have more than one. How many do you
so
have?
my first baby was an acoustic blue Yamaha. My second one I got, which was my second guitar that I ever got, a Fender Stratocaster electric. And when I was 13, 14, recording in my cousin's studio during the MySpace days, those songs are not even out now. Those were the MySpace day songs. I was so young that I told my cousin, if you ever don't want your Gibson Les Paul, I want it. Way, way, way back, 10, 15 years ago, he came to my house and gave it to me. So, and still to this day, it's the heaviest guitar to put on your shoulder, especially being my height,
Yeah.
4'11". It's not easy to hold the guitar, but I can sit down and play it. So I don't really need to stand. But it is a beautiful purple. What's that color? It's not purple, but it's close to a purple, but it's like a reddish purple.
Mhm.
I forgot the name of the color.
Oh, okay.
It might come back, but I forgot it.
Okay. So let's go. Let's dive into one of your songs, and let the listeners listen to one of a song. So I'm gonna let what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you pick your favorite song, and we're gonna listen to it. What song would you like?
Pick my favorite song.
Yeah, pick your
That's
favorite
the thing.
song.
I don't have a favorite because I love all the songs I have released. But I can say the first song that I normally play live when I start a show would be One Chance. It's the first song off of my first EP, which I call my baby, that got my career started.
Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to that real quick.
I don't want to stay behind these walls. I don't want to wait for him to call me. I just want to take the time it takes to make him know. If only I had one chance to take me with you. One more chance to make me feel the way you make me feel. And every day I know that we'll be together. One chance is all I need. And one more chance to make you see. You and I will always have one more chance and one more laugh. One more smile that makes us sad. Days go by and 3 more weeks, and I'm stuck behind these memories. And it's hard for me to just let go, to just move on and start again. I don't want to stay behind these walls. I don't want to wait for him to call me. I just want to take the time it takes to make him know. If only I had one chance to take me with you. One more chance to make me feel the way you make me feel. And every day I know that we'll be together. One chance is all I need. And one more chance to make you see. You and I will always have one more chance and one more laugh. One more smile that makes us. I want the world around me stop spinning around. All the lights around me fade and flickers out. If you say you need me, don't say it's over now. feel. And every day I know that we'll be together. One chance is all I need, and one more chance to make you see. You and I will always have one more chance. One chance to take me with you. One more chance to make me feel the way you make me feel. And every day I know that we'll be together. One chance is all I need, and one more chance to make you see that you and I will always have just one more chance. You and me. You and me. You and me. Oh, you and me.
What made you choose that song?
It's the first song I ever recorded, like in an actual big studio. And actually, I went to okay. I might have to explain the whole story on how I got to the recording. So I went to college around 2010. Yeah, long time ago. And I was in the pre-music production program, so we could talk to producers and people in industry, as well as taking the recording classes and business classes. So this was more the business side of music, not the instrumental, learning the instrument type of thing. So one of our classes, we could talk to different producers, so by phone. And back then, you know, we had these webcams where you can put on top of your computer or laptop, like back in the day, you know? And so the computer was faced on me. I had no idea the producer could see me in class because I was shy back in the day. So I would have my hoodie and I would hide, literally hide. I was very, very, very shy. So, and that day we were talking to Stuart Epps. He has worked with Elton John, Led Zeppelin, Twisted Sister, Oasis, and more. He noticed me after he asked the class, who plays guitar, who sings, who writes music, who performs, who wants to do this for a living. Like, wow, you know. And me sitting there, I'm raising my hand for every single question because I want to do this, right? So as I said earlier, I didn't know he was seeing me on camera. So he asked my teacher, Lou, who is that girl on my left-hand side? Because facing him, I was on his left. And I'm like, oh my God. And me being nervous and shy, right? I'm like, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me. And then Lou was like, okay, Sabrina, he wants to talk to you. And this is in front of 40 people in the class, you know, college classes, right? They're huge. And me being the shy one, I'm like, oh my God, what's he going to ask me now? So then he said, I just have a question for you. I'm like, okay. And he's like, do you follow the songwriting technique or do you do it your own way? Back in the day, I used to write songs the way I wanted because I just wanted to write. But now you have to write songs, you know, commercially to get on the radio. So he actually liked that I had my own songwriting pattern because, you know, sometimes you just want to write for yourself and not because back then I wasn't thinking of radio. I was just trying to write songs. Anyway, so after he asked me a few more questions, oh my God, this is the embarrassing part. He told my teacher to give me his email after class in front of the people in the class. And I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, the class hates me now.
Oh, wow.
I was so nervous. I just had a break. I just got Stuart Epps' email in front of my class. And then my teacher said, you see, I told you, things can happen when you don't expect. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? but it's very true because I remember that story so well because it shocked me. And I remember running out of the college, running to my dad. Dad, I got Stuart F's email. And then he's like, who? I'm like, I have to show you. So that was my first big production album that I had to fly to England. His wife served me special tea for my voice. I forgot what she put in it, but it was to prevent the voice from getting tired. She gave me the healthiest meal, which of course I had to have like salads and fruits. And the minute I asked them halfway through my like recording session to have coffee, they said, "You're in England, sweetheart. We have tea and biscuits." It's so funny.
Yeah.
But every morning in the hotel room, I had my tea and my biscuits because of the hotel. But every night I had fish and chips because that was the healthiest food I thought I could have. But I don't eat the batter in fish and chips. I just eat the fish inside the batter because the batter is it's oily.
Yes.
So I just ate the fish inside of it. But yeah, that was my experience. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I fainted standing in the studio because of jet lag and not a lot of water. And the steward's like, "Sabrina, so if Ottawa is 8 o'clock, go to bed at 2 a.m. for us. So it makes it look like you're in Ottawa time," or something like that. You know, like go to bed a bit later than what you would, so you won't be in jet lag. And it worked.
Oh wow!
Even though when I got home, I was jet lagged for about 2 weeks because it's like 5-6 hour difference from my own time. And the next day that I got there, I had to go into the studio. So I was completely out of it. But because I was so busy, I didn't even know until I almost fell. But I laughed because it can't happen. You can fall because of jet lag. It's funny. But I was in and out of the studio. My mom that was there with me, she got to go see the town and the places. I didn't see anything. I just saw the hotel and the studio. So,
have you ever?
Yeah, I didn't really see England. Yeah.
Have you ever been to a point where you felt that you was overwhelmed?
No. I was actually so excited to go to England to record. Actually, what was it? He did work with the Rolling Stones, the lead singer. And he said that the lead singer was on the mic that I was singing on. So that kind of freaked me out. I'm like, wait, you're telling me he was here? Jesus. Yeah, so it's cool. And he actually gave me a vinyl CD of Twisted Sister that he actually recorded. He said, "This is the only vinyl, but I want you to go back with something." And I'm like, I don't have a player, but okay. I'll take it. And I have never played it. But I know the songs on the album because I have heard it before. And he did it. But it's amazing how many bands he has worked with.
Yeah.
And, and I'm just like Lou says, right place, right time. I just happened to be in class. And if I was sick that day, I wouldn't have gotten this. You never know. You never know.
So I see that... I see that you're like everywhere. I see that you're on social media. I do know that you're a co-host with Brian Sullivan on was it WBLQ 1230 AM, and I've been hearing that you've been doing a lot of different interviews with different radio stations. So tell me, if you was in a dream right now, and you can snap your finger, where would you end up being?
Oh my God. Well, I hope to be further than where I am now. I hope to be, I don't like saying famous. I don't know why I don't like saying the word famous to people, because I say famous, anybody can get famous by accident sometimes. So I always say I like to be more known or be heard more. And hopefully have a following for like a world tour or something. And if I get so big that I get more known, I'll be happy. But I would love to be known more. My name flashing around. I don't have to be at the Grammys or get a Juno like that. I don't believe that you need a Grammy or a Juno to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if you have a following that loves you, you are successful. So if I get one, nice. But if I don't, it's not something I'm gonna be like crying over or be like, why didn't I get it? Because I don't know. I just think that true artists are the ones that are doing their thing and yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I shouldn't say anymore. I don't know what else to say.
Hey, you know what? I'm ready for another song. Can you shoot me another song that you would like to share with everybody?
Let's do Frontline. The Frontline.
Frontline. Okay, so let's hear, and here comes Frontline.
Hey, I never wanted it to be this way, and you're not gonna change my mind, baby, not this time, no way. Say what you want, babe. It didn't take that long to get this strong, hey, hey. I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gonna make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I made up my mind. I'm taking my battle to the front line. I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gonna make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I made up my mind. I'm taking my battle to the front line, no. You can't stop me. Get out of my way. Watch me, here I come, a gangway. I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gonna make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I made up my mind. I'm taking my battle to the front line. Moving to the top, it's where I belong. You can't drag me down. I've waited too long. I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gonna make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I made up my mind. I'm taking my battle to the front line. I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gonna make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I made up my mind. I'm taking my battle to the
Wow. That's man. So now that you shared your personal life and you kind of gave us a walkthrough of, your career as a singer, let's talk about now, 2022, the present, and then going forward to the future. What is one of your goals that you are? Okay, let's do this. Are you working on any projects right now?
Wow. The only ones I can mention at this moment is the one that I'm doing with you,
Mm-hmm.
having my song in your audiobook alone, and working with Vin, collaborating on TikTok to spread mental health awareness. That's the ones I can mention right now that I can say.
Oh, okay.
But I am really excited to be involved in the whole mental health community to help people who are suffering. And so right now, that's what I'm trying to push right
Gotcha.
now.
All right. Is there anything music-wise? Are you working on anything music-wise?
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll just keep it there then. We'll keep it right there.
Yeah, see? Maybe.
If you can collab with anybody, doesn't matter if it's going to be an independent artist or a celebrity artist, who would you collab with and why?
Green Day. Because they made me who I am. They made me the rock singer I am. They made me realize that you can do anything you want in this world. I actually remember Billy Joel from Green Day actually saying this at the Grammys on the stage. If you want to be where I am today, go and do it, and you'll be here. Mm-hmm. And he's right. It's going to take a lot of work, but you can get there. Now, it might be a different path for every artist, but you can get to where he is if you want, but it takes time. But I took that and I used that for motivation.
So have you, I know during your singer career, have you worked with your community? Was there anything that kind of just like came into your mind, say, hey, I want to work with this organization, or I want to help this nonprofit, even though you are doing your music career? Do you give back to the community?
I've done charity events and fundraisers for like diabetes, autism, SPCA. I've done those kind of things where I just go in and just perform and bring the people in to support those causes. And I love doing those kind of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Before we close, I hear that one of your songs off your album made it into the audio drama story. Now,
my God. I wonder whose book that is.
I'm being a little extra right now because we already know what it is. But yes, it's one of my stories that I wrote. And so let me explain to everyone that really don't have any idea what we're talking about right now. So
exactly. Yeah.
I wrote and produced an audio drama podcast story called Alone. And so what happened was I made a posting on social media because I was looking for artists to share their songs within my storyline. So that's where I met Sabrina, who sent me an email and she shared a song with us. So let me ask you something, Sabrina. When you responded off my posting and you brought that song to my attention, what made you respond to that posting? What made you do that?
Well, first of all, I had a song already written, inspired by Robin Williams' passing, to help people not to give up on themselves if they're suffering from depression. So I'm like, finally, a place for my song, because I've always tried to contact people in the mental health community if they want to use my song. And no, I couldn't find anybody. So then I honestly just turned on my phone and your post just popped up immediately. Wow. I swear something just brought it in front of me. I'm not kidding. I just pressed Facebook and like, boom, there, opportunity. So
that's crazy.
I know that was very fast. It was right there. But I thought, oh, you know what? I was like, I have a song about depression, and I just said, I'm just going to try it. And I'm happy it was acoustic because it fit your book better. If it was harder or faster, probably it wouldn't have fit.
Yes.
And but I just felt so positive. I knew you were going to take it, but I still was like, don't have your hopes up. But for some reason, I felt this was the chance that my song was going to be picked. And then you picked it. So yeah. And there's also a video for that song too. Okay. So yeah.
And what was the name of the song?
Paradise Comes with a Price.
There it goes. And let's hear it real quick. So you guys give you a little sample of what we were talking about.
All alone in your hotel room, bloodshot eyes looking to leave the gloom, climbing up that stairway where you can almost taste the sky, dropping through the atmosphere, asking yourself why through tears. That needle in your vein feels like ice. On a night like this, you don't think twice. Paradise comes with a price. when you come crashing down. You can't let go and touch the ground. Is that what you really want, to leave this world right now? So stuck in hopelessness, deep in your own darknesses, you push yourself to the edge. Leave that note behind on a ledge. Paradise comes with a price. Too hard to listen to advice. Your heart and mind stuck in a vice. Paradise comes with a price. Maybe nobody will ever understand, but are you really willing to take that chance? Paradise comes with a price. Too hard to listen to advice. Your heart and mind stuck in a vice. Paradise comes with the price. Paradise comes.
And there you go, folks. So after hearing this song, you know what? I made sure that I had to reply back to you. Number one, to thank you for submitting the song. And number two, I wanted to kind of know the story behind it. You know, why did you pick that song? So what you said here on the show and what you explained to me between yourself and I, it was perfect. It was just perfect. The tempo was perfect. And when you guys get the opportunity of hearing the story, which actually debuts on Memorial Day, then you'll understand what I'm talking about when I felt that this song was the perfect fit for the scene within the story. Before we close, was there anyone, or you know what? Let's do like this, Sabrina. Why don't you share with people, if people were hearing you right now, where can they go to find you on either social media, or do you have a website, or where can people go to listen to your music and learn more about you?
They can go to SabrinaFallah.com, FALLAH, and all of my social media outlets are at the top, and they can follow me. I'm on all social media, even on Snapchat and TikTok.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm on there too. Yeah.
You do a little
and
TikTok?
yeah. And everything is Sabrina Fallah. So
Cool.
everything is my name. So you can find me easily. Yeah.
So, well, that ends this exclusive interview with Sabrina Fallah. And, again, it was a pleasure to hear more about you, to hear about your career, hear a little bit about your personal life. And, again, I thank you so much. And I can't wait for you and for everyone else to hear my upcoming story. Again, this is Terrell.
I'm excited.
This is Terrell on Freestyle Friday with IAMTERRELLDOTCOM Podcast Show. You can catch me again on my next interview that will, again, leave you speechless. Okay, until then, I want you guys to live your life, tell your story, and follow your dreams. And again, find me on IAMTERRELL.com. That is IAMTERRELL.com. Thank you, everybody. And thank you again, Sabrina, for taking this opportunity of your busy day and being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Until next time, everybody, we'll talk to you then.
All alone in your hotel room, bloodshot eyes looking to leave the gloom, climbing up that stairway where